I have no idea when this stream is going to start proper, so bear with me. It says we are live. Let's see if I... Here's a disclaimer. This is an entirely new recording streaming setup. Everything's untested, experimental, broken, cheap stuff. So give me a minute to see if I'm actually doing properly. I'm not sure if this computer was streaming on is even strong enough to actually handle encoding the video, but there we go. I'll get some feedback. So right, about the streaming stuff, this is the first time I've ever used VST for audio, so please let me know if my audio is horrible, crackling, whatever. And there's a big risk that the computer's just going to stop working and we're going to go off air, because this HDMI capture card I'm using is absolutely dreadfully horrible. Anyway, people are showing up. I'm hoping you've got video. Hello, hi. The main camera is out of focus. No, it's not. It's just a horrible, cheap €20 webcam. Because this horrible, cheap HDMI card only allows for one HDMI card in the entire computer. It breaks every other video capture device I've tried except for this webcam. So I can't use my nice, expensive broadcast camera for the stream. We're stuck with a webcam. But I have set up a proper scene switching thing, so we can get some other stuff going. The audio is fine. Excellent. How many are viewing? Anyway, 17 watching. Nice. So what we're going to be doing, if I can grasp all this stuff, is we're going to be troubleshooting this Xonar DX sound card. There's a bit of story behind this. This is my original Xonar DX. It's a very old one. I got this so many years ago. Probably like 2009 card or so. 2009, 2010. And I used it for measuring all kinds of stuff until one day the one channel on the ADC just stopped working. Then I traded it for another Xonar DX, which I kept using, and this thing was used by a friend of mine for some time. He didn't have any use for the ADC, but then he got a use for it and got another one, and this one just ended up on the shelf for a number of years. And now I've bought it back, and I'm hoping to be able to repair it, because I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but the sound card we're shooting this on is absolute shit, and there's a bunch of squealy, computery gibberish going on in the background, even though it's an expensive creative card. So, the Xonar. I did try and troubleshoot this thing for some time, many years ago, back when it was originally broken. I was nowhere near as good at fixing stuff as I am today. But the symptoms are as follows. Hang on, let's be fancy here. Let's do that, and let's be entirely fancy here. Look at that, proper over the bench camera. So the symptoms are that one of the ADC channels is not working properly. Okay, let me turn off this computer. Shh. Right, one of these the channels for the ADC is not working properly. It has a very low signal level, and it has a very distorted signal as well. And back when this originally failed, a friend of I troubleshot it, and replaced the input op-amp, and that did nothing, and then I gave up. But something I've noticed while troubleshooting this card today is something which I didn't have the gear to measure back then, and that's that it seems to have an incredibly low input impedance on that one channel. And I've used the distortion meter to right out of a shot to check that by just feeding a signal into the card and noticing that the input voltage just drops off dramatically. And I figured we'd check that out before we get started, just to demonstrate the issue. I'm going to have to move the webcam in order to show you the input voltage, or I'll just be lazy and tell you. And I've got this little PC set up here with some scope software on it, so we can see this card in action. Hopefully you're going to be able to see it on the monitor over there, so let's just power this thing on and have a gander. Power switch. There we go. So this thing is going to boot up. Or it's not going to boot up. Turn on. There we go. And the keen-eyed will notice that we don't have a CPU fan and we don't need it. We do not need it. So, KVM. This thing should boot into Windows 7. There we go. Let's fix this camera angle a bit. There we go. There's the distortion meter and my ugly face in between. Yeah, probably want to see the monitor as well. All this fancy video stuff has me beat. Yeah, this is not activated. Yeah, I know, you're not activated. We don't need active Windows. We don't need updates. So the only reason I'm pairing the PC on is to be able to set the sound card to the line input, which is what's not working. So I'll just go to the sound settings and use the line input. And yeah, I've got no bloody reasonable way to show you the distortion meter. So I've got the distortion meter set to put out a 1 volt signal, and in fact we can bring up the scope software. You might be able to see that. That's way too low quality. Let's see. Let's be fancy here because we want this webcam. There we go. That looks absolutely dreadful, but it's better than nothing. Let's perhaps we can get some better line thickness on this. Where's the line thickness setting for this? Line thickness, please. This is absolutely useless. This program. It's a nice program, but it's rather cumbersome to use. It's not very intuitive in any way, shape or form. There is a setting to make this way more readable, but I don't remember. There we go, chart options. Super thick lines, please. There we go. That's lovely. But you can see the scope line there anyway. Let's make that giant. There we go. So there are two lines there, one's blue, one's red, and it's one for each channel. And let's set it up to ADC device, Xonar DX line in. There we go. We should know. Yeah, we've got input from the Xonar. So let's feed the left channel, and you can see that we're getting a quite clean signal there with 1 kHz sine wave. Everything's just fine. Nothing to worry about at all. And the output from the distortion meter will trim that to be exactly 1 volt RMS. And you know, that's well within spec for a sound card, looking absolutely fine. But let's swap to the other channel, and bam, that's what we get. And in fact, the channel we actually plugged in is still reading absolutely 0. There's nothing on the... Oh no, hang on. We're looking at the blue line of a red line. Oh yeah, well, we're looking at the blue line. Right, so yeah, we're getting a very small output on the red line there. And the output of the distortion meters dropped to 0.07 volts. So I would be willing to wager that we've got a shorted component right across the input. So let's just get the multimeter and measure. Can we get that at all visible? Can we get that at all visible? There we go. So let's measure the resistance, DC resistance we get across the working channel. That's 4.3k. Yeah, 4.3k there. So let's do the broken channel. I'm betting we're going to see almost nothing. Oh. 4.3k. Okay. Well, that's weird. That is not what I expected to see. So, it might be that that tells us that either there's something really weird going on, or we've got an issue which is only present after the input AC coupling cap. So we're going to see a good result at DC, but a bad result at AC. Let's check the chat in case everything's going wrong. Does the ADC output SPDIF signal? What? Hello from Carl Tech Support. Hello, thanks for the burger. Oh no, you're streaming and I have a test for school tomorrow. That's a shame. Nicely out of focus. It's not out of focus, it's just a shit camera. Anyway, let's yeah, what are we gonna do now? So I've got this PC set up so that we can actually measure around while we're running a PC, but I have no idea what on the sound card. So let's turn the PC off and take the sound card out and have a measure around, or have a look through the microscope and see if there's what. Oh, fucking hell! It wants to install updates. Then we just press reboot and pull the cord before it has a chance to reboot. Yeah, so we'll have a look at the traces on the card and and see where we might want to be measuring around. So let's turn. Oh wow, that's wide angle. Here you can see we're zoomed way in on the cheaper webcam. That's why it looks like shit. Let's just do that. And let's poke around. Settings, zoom macro, and boom. We are zoomed in. Bam. There we go. There's my finger. Is this thing gonna... Oh shit, I forgot to turn this thing off. Yeah, it's off now. We don't care about Windows and that. So something else I'm noticing about the sound card is it's running rather warm. I don't really have a reference for how hot these are supposed to be running, but this thing is not running cool. It's like pretty much 40-50 degrees all over. So, where does everything go? Now this is the part where I've got to use the right mouse. I've got 3 PCs, and it's not easy to take the right one. Full screen projector, and let's put that over. Well, that okay. That put my text logo full screen. Can I get that? There we go. Now I've got everything on the monitor, which is gonna make stuff a bit easier. In fact, we can. Boom! Look at that. Full screen microscope. And we don't even have to look at the bullshit on there. Right. I feel drunk watching this. Have a drink then. So that is our input connector, which is connected to something. This is almost impossible to make out. Almost impossible. We need to clean this up a bit. It's got been sitting in a drawer for years, hence all the dirt. Literally just a drawer. Oh, we're not even at the input connector. Ooh, super out of focus microscope. Lovely. So it's going to be a bit annoying checking all this out since there's a bunch of relays on here. But since I... oh fuck. Just made a giant mess. Since I have actually replaced one of the op amps, you can... let's have a look. This one was soldered on there many years ago. So this, I believe, is the input op amp for the line input, so that's something to go on. And we've got a couple of 472 resistors there. I'm betting those are what make up our 4.3-ish kilo ohm input impedance. Let's just measure that, yo. Perhaps we can do that, so that you at least have some kind of wide-angle view of what I'm doing. Worst part is, if I, since I'm forced to view all this through a PC, if I have this thing there, then that's covering up all my microscope shit, since I don't have a real microscope, just this camera. Anyway, that's going to measure 4.3. 4.6. Okay. So that's actually measuring a bit higher than we saw on the output. In fact, I wonder if... what's the default? If we just plug a cable in there, are we going to be measuring anything, or is it just going to be entirely disconnected? Oh, we've got 40k, so there's something else there. It's going to be the same on both channels. Yeah, about 40k. So we are probably looking at some kind of short after an AC coupling cap on this board. Focus, please. So let's make some kind of attempt at tracing this out, and okay, yeah, that's the input connector there. Have no traces on the underside at all. And the top side is really rather annoyingly crowded. I don't remember the issues present on both the microphone and the line inputs. We do have a bunch of stuff there we just measure for shorts. I'm not sure if these are chokes or if they are caps Can I alt-tab to the webcam? Let's give you guys some zoom there. So you might have some kind of shot at seeing the multimeter. Let's try. Let's see if that shows up on the stream. I really can't say. Since we're streaming at 1 megabit, our resolution is somewhat limited. So, oh god, there's like a 50 millisecond delay on everything I do through this microscope. 0.3 ohms on that, so these are going to be chokes. Yeah, these are chokes. Although we do have a cap there as well. Are you shorted? You are not shorted, are you shorted? 40k, that's not a short. Are you shorted? No. This is really annoying. Giant relays in the way of a signal path. What are these caps rated? 25 volts. So there's a reasonable chance this thing has failed because I've actually accidentally put a large voltage into it. I have no idea what these SMD devices there are either. Perhaps ESD protection diodes? What's the labeling? What is the labeling? They're not going to be 8-bit devices. O2NH, I wonder what that is. I don't have any screen capture for you, sorry. O2NH PDF. Do we get any real results? Something on all data sheet. LCD module, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna give up, we're not gonna find anything. So we can just measure those and see. If we get some diode drops there, they're gonna be ESD protection. Which would make sense since they're right at the input. How are they even connected up? Bloody black PCBs. Almost impossible to see anything on these. Yeah, those guys are just snaking away all over. Why is someone spamming the chat? Please don't do that. Yeah, I've got no idea. Let's just have it labeled Q something or the other. Q8, Q7. So they're likely to be transistors of some sort. Transistors can short out. Oh god. Oh god, the delay on the screen is horrible. We have no idea of the pin out of these guys. But if there's something wrong, we're likely to see a dead short somewhere, and it's more likely to be close to the input connector rather than the 8-bit connectors. I have no idea what they'd be doing with a bunch of transistors there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So that's enough for 5.1 if there's one per channel, but that makes no sense since this is a 7.1 channel sound card. Let's just do a comparative. So that one's shorter between those two pins. Is that right or is that wrong? If the middle pin, so it could be right. Yeah, seems like we're all shorted between the middle pins. Yeah. So that's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, now we're definitely in the 8-bit stage, so I would be inclined to believe that those are just present at the 8-bits rather than the inputs at all. I so wish this PCB wasn't entirely black. 0 ohm jumpers, are those okay? That one's good. That one's good. More 0 ohm jumpers. That one's good. That one's good. Big caps, are those okay? 0.2 volts across that one. Absolutely short across that one. Now that could be a choke. Oh, there's an absolute short across that one. Do we have any similar circuits around here? It looks like we'll have a very similar setup around this op amp is. I've had a dead short as well. 0.3 volts. 0.14. This is rather mysterious. These really look like caps, but there's very low voltage drops across them. Let's measure ohms rather than volts. $700 ohms. 317 ohms. 700 ohms. Is this going to be 317 ohms? 343. But this is 0.89 ohms. That's looking suspicious. 725 ohms. 730 ohms. And this is going to be 300 and something. 1 ohm. Well, I'm not trusting these. We don't have a schematic. You probably can't get a schematic for this thing. But I'm thinking that 1 ohm across one of those components is not right. It doesn't look like the kind of component you'd decide to have 1 ohm across. Have you tested the cable to see if that could be causing the issue? This card has had the same issue for a very long time, in fact prior to this cable ever being made, so yes. Besides, this is my test cable for everything, so I'm pretty sure the cable's fine. I think we're missing a component there, actually. Yeah, we're missing a component. That could be my fault. Or rather, that is very likely to be my fault. Where the hell are my tweezers? Because there's supposed to be something there. No, how similar. I'm thinking these two op amps look like twins because we've got 2 0 ohm jumpers there, 472, 2 0 ohm jumpers, 472. We have a cap there. We have cap, nothing. I'm mean, that's not going to cause a short. A missing cap is not going to cause a short. I think those O2NH are NDC 7002N. Since you found them, what is an NDC 7002N? I love the chat. You guys make my job so much easier. We need to measure around. I wonder. So that cap seems to be going to that pin there. Is that true? Let's swap to some smaller probes. In fact, let's give you guys a better view. There we go. It's a dual MOSFET. Okay, thank you. Let me guess, the middle two pins are supposed to be shorted. I'm having trouble fitting my chair to the desk. Oh, there we go. Right, so yeah, probes. The best thing you can do to yourself is just to solder needles to old multimeter probes. Very useful. And let's see. I believe you go there. Yes. And I believe you go there as well. Now the question is, where's the other end going? And which pin is that? I don't remember. I don't remember the pin out of an op-amp because I'm of a Google generation and I don't remember things because I've got the internet. Who needs a brain when you've got the internet? Op-amp pin out. Actually, I used to have a cheat sheet for the op-amp pin out, but since I made this new bench, I can't fit it anymore. Op-amp pin out dash GI, because DuckDuckGo is the best search engine. There we go, so that would be V minus for a normal 2-channel op-amp. And these are the original op-amps are a 5532. What? I thought they were 5532s. That's weird. That's weird. My other Xonar has 4558s, which are way inferior op-amps. Okay, so this is a better... This old Xonar is a lot better than my new Xonar. Go figure. Probably just the webcam, but that's a lot of crust between the legs on the IC. So that's flux since those two op-amps are hand soldered. Have you turned it off and back on again? Many hundreds of times. Anyway, so that's an... That would be V minus. Negative supply. So the other end of the cap probably goes to ground. Let's measure that and like, yeah, that goes straight to case ground, so this one's also going to go straight to case ground. Yes. Right, so that's just a missing decoupling cap. It's not going to ruin anything. It's not going to cause horrible issues. It's not going to cause horrible issues, but why we have a short to this guy is a more pressing issue. And where that guy goes is the most pressing issue of them all, and because my microscope's dog shit, I can't see anything there. Let's just beep it. It's probably going to go to one of the legs there. Oh, we've got an input right next to it, so let's go in there. It's going to V+, positive supply rail. So is this just going to go to ground then? You know what? I think we might have figured something out here, because I wager we're not supposed to have 0.78 volts across the supply rail for this op amp. I think that's wrong. I think the resistance across the op amp supply rail is supposed to be way less than 0.72 ohms. So let's just get rid of that cap for starters, because ceramics like to get shorted in case they get overvolted. I even planned ahead and have the soldering iron preheated. Let's get some flux. Now this is going to be an awful experience, because I'm microscope soldering with like 100 milliseconds of delay between the act of my hand and the sight of my eye. Oh. Flux, please. Yeah, this is really Rossmann now. Blobbing flux over everything. Right, let's get this guy off. Where are you? There you are. Giant. That's going to be like an 08, 05. Melt, please. Melt, please. Is my tip too dirty? Completely glued down too well. I want you to be gone. Come on. Come on. Jesus, that's tucked down. Remove yourself. There we go, finally. That's some good SMD glue. Right, so the question is now, does the short remain? Now these op amps are new, so I would not bet on an op amp being an issue. Flux that capacitor. Good one. Place your bets. Short is gone. So let's check this capacitor out. By the way, this is why I've got numbers on my desk. We're looking at like a couple of square centimeters. And I can just zone in on that and... come on. .75 ohms. That cap is fucked. That is no longer a capacitor. And a lacking positive supply rail could very likely cause a couple of things. For one, it could cause the op amps to not work. For another, it could be causing the voltage regs to be running very hot, as we saw. And if the op amps don't work, then we're not going to see a very good signal. So now we just want to figure out what that cap's actually supposed to be. Let's see if we can just measure out something using this thing. Or if we're gonna have to take off one of the other ones. Yeah, it's in parallel. I can't parallel with a bunch of other stuff, so let's just take off another cap. The neighbouring one there is going to be probably for the negative supply rail. It's, in fact, let's just take off the exact identical one from the op-amp next door. Flux. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Get on there. The syringe is horrible. It's extremely stiff. I have to use excessive force trying to actually get the flux out. I'll put some tin on the tip this time to actually facilitate some thermal transfer. Well, let's get that cap out of there. By the way, how's the audio working? I'm horrible at trying this stuff out for myself. Do I sound fine? Come on. It would be nice to have some SMD tweezers for this, but I don't. Come on, you glued down piece of... Ugh. They've really used good glue on this. They didn't want to wash their components off in soldering. That is for certain. Come on. Oh, come on. Ah. That took enough force to bend the tweezers. My tweezers are fucked now. Huh. Just look at that. Jeez. Glue. The audio isn't too bad. Good. Put some solder. Well, the issue isn't the solder, the issue is the glue they use to hold the component in place. It's sticking down really well even though the solder's perfectly melted. Anyway, let's just measure this cap, see what it is. Reveal your secrets. 10 microfarads. Okay. We need to find a 10 microfarad cap. Let's let me check a box. Back in a sec. I've got a bunch of components for other stuff. I've got 1206 10 microfarad caps. Can we get a 1206 to go there? Let's give it a go. Where are my 1206 giant 10 microfarad caps? Let's get you guys in on the action. The exciting digging for components action. This box, by the way, contains stuff for a secret project. A secret project I'm rather excited about. So you've got that coming. And I know a lot of people are rather excited about this project as well. But I can't tell you anything yet. It's a secret. Big secret. 50 volts. 0.1 microfarad. Okay. My 100 nano ceramics are actually smaller than my 10 microfarad. ceramics. That's weird. These are probably super high rated or something. How well is that going to fit? Is that going to work at all? Oh yeah. I think that might work. I think that might work, so we'll just replace both of those. We will just replace both of those capacitors. Oh wow, 83 people watching. So if you've just joined the stream, we're troubleshooting this sound card, and we just a few minutes ago found a shorted capacitor across the supply rail for one of the op amps, and I am now trying to get some replacements out of the packaging. It's super lucky that I'm doing this now, because I didn't have these components like a couple of days ago, and I would have to skirt around junk bins for an hour in order to find something. Wow, these are these are just stupidly giant capacitors. Like, yeah, let's... So that's an original cap right there, 10 microfarads, probably like... rated for not a lot. And there's the replacement. Absolutely monstrous. Ugh. Fucking tweezers are ruined. These are the only good tweezers I own. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. That is better. Let's just get the new caps in place. Where's my solder wick? Where is my solder wick? My solder wick is exactly where my solder wick is supposed to be. I love this new bench. It's rather easier to find shit and to actually have all my soldering supplies like there instead of somewhere way over to the side. It's nice. This is a step forward. Of course, it's an entire giant mess around here. Either way, I'm gonna replace my giant solder tip in favor of a slightly more suitable solder tip, because yeah, that's a bit oversized. Could bring out a really big one. There you go. That's for soldering SMD. "90 viewers. 90 people watching me fix a cheap sound card." I'm positive though. I think we might have figured this out. I think we might have figured out why the sound card isn't working. I just got to wait till soldering iron heats up. Takes a moment because it's a cheap piece of shit. Put some more flux on there in the meantime. Because if there's one thing I've learned from not owning proper flux, it's that solder wick requires proper flux. And a bloody lot of proper flux. If you don't add flux to your solder wick, it's not going to work. It's just not going to do anything. And let's see. Got to wet my solder sponge as well, because I'm one of those few people who don't quite fancy the yellow solder tip cleany metal stuff. This stuff. I find it's good if you're just lazy, and it's really good at removing tin from the tip. But if you've got like just a bit of oxide and not a lot of tin on your tip, then it works better to just use a bit of wet sponge, because it gets rid of the oxide really nicely. Thumbs up, more viewers. Yes. Everyone should like, comment, subscribe and all that stuff. I've probably already subscribed. But really, do thumbs up a video if you like this kind of stuff. Or even if you don't. Because YouTube's algorithms basically determine the success of your channel based upon thumbs up. Psst. That's good flux. There we go. I really wish I had a stereo microscope for this. There's no way for me to judge the height that I'm working on. No way at all. So I just kind of go and feel I have to... Oh wow, that's giant. That is giant, but it'll work. It will work. It will work just fine. I want to put a slight amount of goopy. A slight amount of fresh solder on, but just a tiniest, teeniest bit to give it something to adhere to. There we go. That should be enough. Oh god. I can feel that I haven't eaten properly today. I'm not usually this shaky. There we go. Giant mega cap soldered onto way too small footprint. I'll just do the other one as well in the same direction before I flip the board to do the other side. Come on. Oh god, I'm so shaky. This is difficult. If you're a person who's usually shaky, it's probably a lot easier dealing with it. But I'm like usually super sturdy on my hands. So the times that I actually am shaky makes for a difficult time. Let's just get some solder on there. This looks so weird. We've just got two giant caps sitting there. They don't look as if they belong at all, and indeed they don't. Come on, get on there. Flow down underneath the cap. Lots of solder. I think that's gonna do it. Let's do the other one. I will have to inspect these solder joints afterwards. Really make sure that we're actually soldering underneath the cap as well. Let's see how wide a focus range we have. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Is that soldered? Yeah, that's really difficult to tell. It's in fact absolutely impossible to tell. I'm quite certain it's soldered on the first joint. Sounds like I could actually feel that. But we're gonna have to just beep this. If it's not soldered, there's likely to be a thin film of flux underneath, so it's not going to make a good connection. Yeah, let's just beep this. Take a deep breath before you make the joint. That helps me a bit. Yeah, I usually do, but like, I get shaky if I don't eat properly, and I get like weird blood sugar spikes. I'm quite sensitive to that. Let's see. I have perfect connection to ground there. Let's do the other one. Perfect connection to ground. Let's measure the other end as well. It was the positive supply, I believe. God. The fact that I have to work around this box at least ensures that you guys get a good view. But it's bloody annoying. Perfect connection. Wiggle it around. Try to lift it. Makes no difference. That's on very good. And this. Looks fine. So now we just got to replace that one cap that we're missing. Can we measure the capacitance of the other one there? It's going to microfarads. Hundreds of microfarads. Overload. Right. But it's just a decoupling cap. A small one, so it's likely to be perhaps 1 microfarad. Let's just see what I have in my list. Do I have any small caps in here? I've got 100 nanos. 0805s. That's an A603. But it does have a rather big footprint. Let's see if we can get to a 100 nano in there. Hey, 101 viewers. Amazing. Like the video. Let's have another dig in the box. Let's see if we can find our 100 nano caps. Resistors. Lots of resistors. More resistors. Resistors. It's resisting 27 picofarads. Nope, that is not right. Ten microfarads. 100 nano. Perfect. Just what we need. By the way, what's that thing between the IC on the left and the cap directly underneath it? I have no idea what you're talking about. Thing? There's just a bunch of caps, really. There's caps all over and a couple of resistors. I have no idea what you would be talking about. Oh yeah, we do have a thing there. That would... Okay, yeah, what on earth is that? Well spotted. What is that part of a capacitor? I think that might be part of the original cap. That's weird. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that is. It looks like the end cap of a capacitor. But I don't think it's anything's fallen off. No. Where will that come from? I mean, the new caps are in good shape. The old caps are in good shape. I'm pretty sure, at least. That's one of the old ones. End cap. End cap on... That one's got both end caps. That one's got an end cap. And an end cap there as well. I have no idea where this extra end cap would come from. I have no idea. It's not a solder pad which has fallen off. It's way too thick for that. That's weird. I have no idea. I can't see anything. It's too big to have come from the ripped off component there. Like, this is an 0603. Oh, that's way bigger than 0603. Looks like a chip implanted in Skull in the X-Files. Yeah, I've got aliens in my sound card. There's another one still on the board by the other op amp. What? I can't see it. I cannot see it. I mean, we've got part of a... like a little fragment stuck there. But not anything near as big. Oh well. It's a mystery. And not all mysteries need to be solved. I just want my sound card to work. Because I'm tired of a piece of shit creative you're listening to right now. Come on. Off you come. That's the end cap from the capacitor that's fallen off, but it's tiny. Oh, where'd you go? Where are you? There you are. I don't want you there shorting anything. Right, let's clean these pads up proper and see if we can fit our new caps on there. That's clean. Oh, flux does such a big difference. If any of you were here when I did the live stream fixing the HP laptop, you will remember me absolutely struggling horribly just trying to use solder wick. That's going to work well enough. That's going to work well enough. We're doing audio file upgrades on my sound card. Putting bigger caps in there. I can resell this for 200 euros. Audio file enabled Xonar DX. Come on. How well is that going to work? That's going to work fine. That's going to work fine. Absolutely good enough. Good enough for me. I give up, he's blind. Yes, I am. Cracked cap 2 from the right. I really... I mean... Oh fuck. Are you talking about that one? Oh yeah! Ah yeah, that one's fucked up as well. Oh yeah. Yeah, I see now. Yeah, that's the part we're missing. That's where that's coming from. Yeah, you can even see it. Like up and down the both of the end pieces, so this is supposed to go like so. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that makes sense. Must have ruined that with a soldering iron. Yeah, good thing we spotted that. We've got to replace that cap as well. Replace everything. Recapping a Xonar DX sound card. And I thought you only recapped vintage audio, yeah. Who knew? I think it's a fuse. It's an isolation crack. What? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. You make no sense, chat. You make no sense. Except when you go out and find data sheets for me. Then you make sense. I appreciate that. Oh, that's way too much salt. Oh well. Oh well. More flux. I'm surprised that the stream's been keeping up this well. It's this HDMI capture card has been extremely unstable when I've been playing around with it. I was very close to making a video about how shit it was, because it just wouldn't work. It killed all the... Like, if I had the HDMI card installed, I couldn't use my webcam, because its driver just broke everything. It caused every other image capture device to not work. But then randomly it started working, and now it's been working fine. I did nothing and it started working. And, you know, that just means I could do nothing and it could stop working for no reason. And it still doesn't work right because I tried actually having another camera as well to record like the gear there. But that just caused the computer to instantly blue screen. The moment I connected the camera and turned on OBS, the computer just blue screened with the driver for the HDMI capture card listed as the cause. So it's a piece of shit. It's one of those generic eBay HD72. I think it's called YK26762. Yeah, YK762. If you're on the market for a HDMI capture card, don't get one of those. Do not. Do not. Do not. Whatever you do, do not buy one of these. Do not buy one of these. These are pieces of trash. They break everything. They ruin your life. I've wasted so many fucking hours of my life trying to get these... Ugh. It's shit. But now apparently randomly it's working. Anyway, I was trying to solder that cap as it soldered. Focus. Where's my cap? That does not look soldered. That does not look soldered at all. More flux. Come on, get soldered. Yeah, that looks better. the tin is not just blobbed across the end cap. Now, this is a challenge for the autofocus. That could be soldered. Could be not soldered. Let's beep it. Let's beep it and find out. So there's our cap, and it's connected between some points on the PCB. I don't remember where. What was it? One of the supply rails. Let's make you guys deaf. There we go. I think one end went like, was it there? So that's fine. The other one was ground, I believe. Yeah, that's good enough. It's good enough. So now we just got to get rid of that broken thing. Gonna be running out of space for caps at this rate. Weird this would fail like that, that's unusual. How the hell am I supposed to get this off without the big tip? Let's either stab my bench with the tweezers and ruin them again. Let's just put a lot of solder on this. A lot of solder. There we go. That's going well. Get removed. It's... yeah, that's entirely ruined. Huh. Oh, that's smelling like burnt, horrid electronics. Yuck. Absolutely horrible. Now the question is, what value was that supposed to be, and what's it doing? Is it just a decoupling cap for the other rail? Up and pin out. That's the wrong mouse. So you are connected to where? I'm betting this pin goes to ground. It doesn't. Does this pin go to ground? No. None of this goes to ground. Is it across the voltage rail? We've got the positive rail. No. Where does this go? Where are you connected? That was just me shorting the leads. Where are you connected? What's your purpose? Why are you installed? Why have they put a capacitor on there? Is it just going to that via? Is that what you're doing? Running off to somewhere? No? Oh. Going to there. And where? Where's the other end go? There. That's a 5532. It's between pins 1 and 2. Between 8A and in A. So that's just a low pass filter across the input of that op amp. So we don't want to stray too far from the value of that. Good thing is there's probably not a whole bunch of other stuff in parallel. So we can probably measure this one and get a reasonable estimate. What are you? This looks wrong. This is wrong. Yes, this is absolutely wrong. Because there's a 300 ohm resistor in parallel. So we've got to take that guy off and measure him out of circuit. Because if we don't have a low pass filter cap across those pins, that thing's probably going to be oscillating at like 15 megahertz and catch fire. Let's hope this thing doesn't decap itself. Oh. Well, that's... I see some choosing not to use very durable caps for this. Oh well. Perhaps we can still get a measurement out of it. I think it's just kind of turning into goo. Well, that's not good. Are those like film caps? That's not. Is it a film cap? Did it just melt? Yeah, it's a film cap. Huh. It's plastic. Well, that's not good. I don't have any SMD film caps. Whoops. That's not good. Yeah, we're not going to be measuring any of those. So, what's a reasonable guess for the capacitance of those? And how the hell are we supposed to solder them in place? I'm so bad with filters, I have no idea how we'd calculate the value from the surrounding components. If it has a 330 ohm acrostic, 10 nanofarads will go 40-ish kilohertz roll-off. Good enough. Down to maybe 1 nanofarad will work, I think, yeah. Thank you, Casper. Do I have any caps that small, though? I don't think I have. Oh god, I have like a bag of ultra cheap, horrid Chinese ceramics. 10 picofarads would be better, or a 5 picofarads. Well, this is a point of argument. 1 nanofarad, 10 picofarads. Roll the dice. Question is what the hell I actually have in stock. I don't usually deal with tiny signal caps. I have 27 pico. Let's do 27 pico. No, not pico though. Yeah, picofarads does sound a bit tiny. But that's basically the only thing I have. Watching your live eating chocolate makes my day a lot better. Good luck and hello from Portugal. Hello. And nano, not pico. Okay, so the consensus is nano, not pico. Shit, I don't think I have any good caps for this. I'm pretty sure I don't have any good caps. What's the smallest thing I have? Yeah. I think... Oh, this is so... I feel so dirty. I feel so dirty because this is a bag of random Chinese ceramics I've ordered. Ugh. But they're through hole, but it's literally the only thing I have. So let's do 1 nanofarad. If I say 1 nanofarad, what does the chat say? And what are these values? Give me a program, give me Miscal. Components, component type numbers. 1, 4, 1, what's that? Nothing. Oh, that's lovely. $104. Sounds big. 100 nano, okay? So we want like 102, roughly. 102 or thereabouts. 10. 10 pico. Nope. 4, 2, 2, 3, 15, 1, 2, 4, 7, 3, 6, 8, 3, 2, 7. I want a 102 roughly. 104. 3, 3, 1. This is awful. One nanofarad gives 480 kilohertz. Okay, well that's a bit too much. So we want like a lot more than that. I don't know how to calculate it. Maybe I do. Let's see if Miscal can do. If Miscal can do filters, circuit, first order filters. It's a low pass. Yeah, that looks pretty okay. But let's see. Yeah, I don't know. C1N. Yeah, it wants the input resistance as well, and I don't know that. I do not know what the input resistance of this circuit is. It would be sensible to assume 472. Yeah, let's do 4K7. Yeah, that gives sensible results. So 10 nano. This card supports the sampling rate of 192, so we want to be over 100 kilohertz. So like 4 nano. 2.2. Yeah, well, let's do 2.2. Well, I mean, this is just to stop the thing oscillating, basically. Well, let's do 1 nano. Let's look for a 1 nano capacitor. I like 1 nano. I think that's good. 151. What does that make? 150 pico. Nope. Would it be 152? Yeah. Yeah. Something 2. Give me something 2. 202. That sounds like 2.2 nano. That's 2 nano. Okay, we have our caps. It isn't the signal pop, yeah. We'll see. I mean, we can just measure this thing after we've seen it, because I've got the software to do it, and You know, if it performs as well as a Xonar's supposed to do, then we'll just leave it. If not, then I'll have to get some better capacitor. Do we have any other? Yeah, we've got, like, that's the film cap there. That's the film cap, so do we dare try and hot air that thing off? Let's try and hot air that thing off. Let's try and hot air one off and see what we're supposed to have. We will give it a go. Let's not do maximum temperature. No! Melty. Well, what the hell else am I supposed to do? I've got it set to like 320C. There's that another one there. Not an 8 of a way. Yeah. That's plastic. These all look identical. We will try this. We will learn from our mistakes. Okay. And that's melting. That's melting. It's melting way before the solder's melting. So we could just try and put some leaded solder on there. I mean, these things have to be able to be soldered because they've been through the oven. Oh wow. It's leadified. Take the parallel resistor off the cap on the other 5532. That's a much better idea, yes. We will take off the resistor. That's a good idea. Now where's the resistor? Have we ruined this cap yet? Is this one shorted? Did I make a good decision? Did I destroy this capacitor? Okay, that one's got 2K across it. Let's what's supposed to be here? That's 700. And that's 700. And that's 700. 725 ohms. So where will that resistor be? Is it you start with a 7? No. Where's our 720 ohms? Also, these SMD codes don't make any sense. 600. 90. 1.26. Where is our resistor? There's one which starts with a 7, so it's probably going to be something entirely different. 600. Could be 33B, 33D. I don't see anything labelled like that. Would be on the other side of the board. Like here. No. There's something by the relays. Unlikely to be in that circuit though. No, that's something entirely different. Is anyone else getting a metric fuck ton of background noise? Yes, because the sound card we're recording on is shit. It's absolute garbage. It's one of these guys. X-Fi. X-Fi, absolute trash. Guess it will be other trash. This entire setup is trash. Microscope is trash. Computer's trash. Monitor's trash. Doesn't even work right. Microphone's trash. Everything's trash. Oh yeah, it's not 330 ohms, it's 720 ohms, so you would expect it to be, you know, 7 something. Those modern resistor codes just make no sense. Maybe we can beat this 8. See if we can find something which is just, where it just goes straight off to. Alright. Go straight to that. Like, not the other end. Where are you running off to? One end goes there, but not the other. Come on. Give me something to go on. This is annoying. It seemed to go straight to any resistor. I'm pretty sure we've beeped all of them. Oh. There's 90 ohms in series there. Is it like 2 resistors in series because we're happy? Is that for 90 ohms? Are you 90 ohms? I remember there was 90 ohms somewhere around here. If it's like one 600 something ohm resistor and one 90 ohm resistor in series. Oh, that's for 90. Oh right, that's for 90. It could be going to... Where's our 600 or something? Connection, please. 90. What's your value? 630. Are you in series with that guy? Yes, you are. So that's going to be connected to there. Yes. That's going to measure 726. Yes. And you go straight there. Yes, so they run 2 resistors in series. So I want to take off one of these guys. Let's take one of those guys off. I don't have any replacements, so I hope I don't ruin them. Let's hope I don't ruin them. Lobbity. Let's... this is going to require some extra solder. There we go. That's a 90 ohm resistor. Out of a game. Out of a question. It's free. So let's measure our capacitance. What? Place your bets. What's the film cap gonna be? Microfarads. What? That's not going very well, is it? Microfarads. Measuring nothing. This is not working at all. Do we still have a resistance across there? We shouldn't. We should not have a resistance across there, but we do. 14 mega ohms. What? That should not affect our measurements. No. Maybe we can, if we manual range the meter. Absolutely zero. Zero, zero, zero. So do I have to go to the smallest range? Nanofarads. That's 1 nano. That's 1 nano. 1.17 nano. 1.17 nano. So I was quite close with my guess of a 1 nano. So I want to find a 1 nano horrible Chinese ceramic to replace our nice expensive, probably Japanese film cap with. And 1 nano is going to be like 102. That's not right. Well, it's measured for 1 nano. Can't say anything else. I mean, this is going to be relatively high frequency stuff since it has to go flat up to like over 100 kilohertz. Let's find a 102. I'm done speculating. In fact, let's remember to put back that resistor first. Because I'm going to forget it. I will forget it. There we go. You didn't trust us. We said 1 nanofarad. I said 1 nanofarad. Give me a 102. Give me a horrible Chinese through-hole 102. $152. Oh, that's close enough. 681. 33103. 202. 561. I want a 102. Please give me a 102. 102. 181. 101. 222. 68. This must be what it feels like to be a drug dealer. 332. 102. 102. Look back in the chat, we got it ages ago. Everyone got it ages ago. I don't even care. I don't quite care. Let's... Oh, this is going to be hilarious. This is going to be hilarious. Just... just look at that. That's so wrong. That has no place on this board whatsoever. Just look at that piece of shit. Is it even going to be 1 nanofarad? Is it even going to be 1 nanofarad? Yeah. It's a nanofarad. It's a nano. Let's give you guys some zoom. There we go. So you have some kind of chance of seeing the multimeter. Right. Let's install our 1 nanofarad horrible Chinese cap into the signal path of a high-end sound card. It will be interesting though to see how it performs. If it'll perform well. I mean, I'm getting the gist that this thing is just going to set the top roll off in order to stop the thing oscillating. So, in theory, if I'm right, which I might not be because I'm a novice, this might not matter at the frequencies we're interested in. That's what I'm hoping anyway. That's what we're gonna go on. Oh, that looks so bad. Let's clean this up a bit. Let's clean it. Where's my solder wick? That's not horrible. This is horrible. Oh, there's half a cap still there. Bubbly. Blubbity blub. Ugh. Go away. Plastic. Oh, this smells so bad. This smells absolutely awful. Ugh. Molten plastic. You. Come on. Come on. That's good enough. That's good enough. Let's just replace the solder on that as well. Could be contaminated with all kinds of horrible molten plastic. Let's not desolder too much stuff. This braid is a bit oversized. There we go. That's good enough. That's good enough. Oh, this is going to be so awful. So awful. At least the pin spacing on this tiny Chinese cap is about right. At least something's somewhat not entirely horribly wrong. Hey, love your new setup. Glad to hear it. I'm surprised it hasn't crashed yet. Live video encoding really isn't like I'm encoding this on a board, the AMD APU, like HTPC type processor. It's way undersized. Way undersized. I should put that 2500K machine in here, but it only has 2 PCI Express slots, which is not enough. That's great. It's like the American flag on the moon. That is great. FF Cossack deserves more subs, man. Yes, I do. I deserve all the subscribers. I got 4 new supporters on Patreon this month, which is amazing. People have just been dropping off since I haven't produced lots of stuff lately. But I got like $4 more per month now. I got it up from like $85 to $89 or something. But it's great. More money is always better. This channel is actually still running at a great loss since, like, my total YouTube earnings are jack and shit. We're talking like maybe €1,000 in total across, like, since I started, which is years ago. And I spent like my old camera is $350. My new camera was like €800. The webcam's 20. All my audio stuff for just the channel, a microphone stand. I'm like gonna break even in a couple of years. So I'm doing this out of pure love for you guys. Pure love for you guys. And for my own ego. I like being a, like, pseudo celebrity. I like being able to go to, like, other big YouTubers' live streams and people go, hey, FF Cossack's here! That makes me feel good on the inside. Because I'm narcissistic like that. You go on there. These fit way too well. I mean, just look at that pin spacing, it's perfect. It is perfect. Still entirely stupid. There you go. That's perfect. Why is your mustache half white, if you don't mind me asking? It's just turned that way. It's a genetic thing. I don't know why, it just happened. One of my eyebrows is white as well. I voted this video up. You can buy a new card now. Yes, definitely. I've actually been intending to buy a new Xonar card since I want to replace the piece of shit in that PC for spectrum analyzer use. But yeah, these things are still like almost €100. So if we can get this thing working reasonably well, it's worth it. So I think we've replaced all the components we need to replace. Let's get some more solder on that leg. I wicked most of it up. There we go. Let's clean this up a bit. I saw you on Lewis's live stream too. Sweet. FF Rossman, yes. This is the poor Lewis Rossman channel. Poor Northern European, almost Russian Lewis Rossman. That's what we are. Scrubby. Oh, this isn't working too well. I'm gonna have to give a toothpick in between there. More isopropyl. More alcohol. Always good. We want more alcohol. Important to clean between the legs, but everyone's made that joke. Everyone's made that joke. That was a piece of solder which we just pushed in underneath there. Oh well. Oh well. These are solder joints I made like many years ago, back in school. They're not the greatest. They are not the greatest. But they're good enough. They are good enough. And someone asked, what camera are you using? The microscope is a Canon Legria HF-R46, which is a piece of shit. The webcam is a Logitech C525. Someone's speaking Finnish, I don't speak Finnish. Okay. This guy is better than Rossman. I'm not. We just do different things. As a general person, I would say Rossman is better than me, because he is way more focused and way more motivated. I generally have very little drive to do anything at all. Which is fine. It doesn't bother me. But from an objective, like, how good are you for society point of view, then he's far superior. A better human being. Yeah, I think this might be due for a test. I don't think we've destroyed too many things. So let's try it. Let's see what goes up in smoke. I'll give you like an overview of the card. Let's see. Can we get focus on that? Yeah, we can. So that's the result. That is so bad. That's horrid. That's horrid. Right by the PCB made in China print as well. That's perfect. Let's get it in the PC. See what catches fire. See if it works. If the short is gone. Don't call your equipment shit, they're gold. My equipment is shit. Like, objectively, my equipment is shit. This thing is probably off. Let's flick that. Flick that. I think this should power on. No smoke yet. Let's fix the camera. Oh god, no, it wants to do the startup repair thing. No. Don't. Dear god, don't. Let's add a scene for webcam only. It's supposed to be black. It's supposed to be black right now. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? I have so many fucking computer mice here. So many fucking computer mice. And these all do something. Yeah, we're not activated. Car's still running rather warm, but it hasn't been on for very long. So let's start a software. Let's... Oh, I want to put a lid on that. Else we're going to have toothpicks all over the desk and floor and everything. Let's... Oh shit, I don't have the camera controls available right now, so you're going to have to take my word for this stuff. Signal inputs. ADC device. ADC device, please. And it's correct. I'm getting a low battery of the mouse. Okay, so let's try a signal. I don't remember which channel is which. Okay, so that's the blue channel. Oh fuck it! I want you guys to see this. I want you to have a good view. Let's make it happen. Let's be. I don't need that. Let's put that over there. There you go. That's better. Now you can see the very blurry monitor, but it's better than nothing. Right, so you can weakly see a blue line on that screen if you're watching in HD. So we haven't ruined that channel complete. We need to check the performance still. But this is the channel which didn't work before. So fingers crossed. And it's still shit. It's not working. It's not working. Bummer. Ah, what a shame, what a shame. It's still pretty much shorting AV input. What a shame. That's annoying. Okay. Back to a drawing board. Or rather a microscope. Shut down. Oh yeah, restart because it wants to install updates, and no, I didn't want that. You turn off. Come on. This computer is using a very slow hard drive. There we go. Ah, it didn't work. What a shame. More troubleshooting, yay. No, not yay. I would rather just have a working sound card. My preference is for working things. Ugh. This is wrong. This is right. Okay, back to microscope mode. Bzzz. Whoosh. Focus. Yes. The trick to getting a clean HDMI signal out of this camera is to go to the camera settings and go to decoration, because then it removes everything. I don't know why, but it's very useful. Makes it a much better broadcast camera. So, something's fucked. It's full of shit. Why is this fucked? I don't want hair around here. It's just gonna be burning. Burning. Okay, fine. Be there. So do we still have a short over those caps? We could have a failed regulator. It could be that the shorted cap has just blown a fuse or something. Do we have a short there? No. Do we have a short there? No. So, are these fuses okay? Yes. Yes. So these caps are probably fed from one of the linear regulators. That's the... What? Where's that go? That goes to that pin. Wow, I don't think that's the... That's in A. Why is that cap going to the A input of that op amp? I thought this was a power supply cap. That's clearly going to the A input. Is this going to the A input? Yes, it is. Okay, why are these caps going to the A input? What's the other end? Is the other end ground? No. What? What? I thought these were power supply decoupling caps. I thought these were power supply decoupling caps. Have I made a giant mistake? Have I put those caps where the film caps were? No, I haven't. Oh, yes, I have. What? Now I'm confused. Now I'm confused. How's this happened? Because I'm pretty sure... No. Okay, how's this happened? Because I'm sure this capacity configuration was the same for all of the op amps we got. Film cap ceramic. Film cap ceramic. But now I've gone and done ceramic film cap. That's not right. It still worked on one channel though, so it's not like we've caused some new issue. We're still dealing with the old issue to some extent. So are these like across there? No? Where's the other end of that go? Where's the other end of that go? It goes to V+, and the other end goes to in A. Am I looking at the wrong op-amp schematic or something? No, I'm confused. No? I'm looking at the right op-amp schematic. It was ceramic where you put the through-hole caps now. Huh. The film caps where the through-hole caps are now. Yeah, that's No, it was the opposite at the top. Okay. It was the I'm trusting the chat. It was the opposite on the top. Okay. So we've put the right components in. There's that is short on 2 pins on the top amp. Are those 2 pins shorted? Do we have any just direct shorts on these? No. Not on that one. What about you fucking hairy op amps? So we don't have a dead short across either input. What does the chat say? What was the original op amp number? 5532. Measure pins 3 and 4. That would be a short to negative supply. Oh yeah, sure, whatever. I'll measure it. 325 ohms. $325. Do we have any shorts just between any adjacent pins? Let's measure every pin on these op amps, because they were hand soldered by teenagers. I don't think that's right. That's 8B to negative NB, so that, yeah, it could be a unity gain buffer. It's the same on both. Yeah, these are just unity gain buffers. Yeah, I don't think we'll have any shorts. Well, we're not supposed to have shorts. So we should have 8A to negative NA should also be shorter, right? No. Fucking hair, Jesus, they're driving me mad. It could be that they're running one of the channels as a higher gain channel for the microphone. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. They've got a gain on one channel and a unity gain on the other. Because it's weird the things you remember. I think like this op amp does one channel for line input and microphone input, and this one does the other channel line input and microphone input. And something we could try would be to rule some stuff out, would be to power the card on again and see if the microphone input works. Because if the microphone input works, then the power supply for these op amps has to be okay. It pretty much has to be okay for one of them now. We could also measure. We could also measure the power supply coming to them. Yeah, let's do that. Let's power this on again and see what symptoms we actually have, if we're missing power supply, or what we're missing. Because if the microphone input works, then we know that we've got good power supply and something bad with a signal chain. If the microphone input doesn't work, then it's very likely that we've got an issue with the power supply for one op amp, and we can just measure the power supply directly. You're not going to be able to see it properly, but I guess you just fucked in that regard this time. Where's the camera controls? There's the camera controls. Zoom out. Why are you focusing on the 5532? No other components might be dead. I know that those two op-amps are part of the input circuit because I troubleshot this years ago, and he did find a shorted capacitor right round there, so there's been issues around there. But we could have like a dead voltage reg or something. Something's gone wrong there. Time to pull out the scope. While we're pulling out the scope software on the PC, let's just do that. So let's do ADC device, microphone. This is going to go tick. Now it seems we're getting. Now it's no longer shorted, and we're getting a good clean signal. Let's set this up a bit better. Let's do 44100. That's the wrong keyboard. Now I pressed a bunch of buttons on the streaming computer and probably ruined everything. Let's capture 1 second. Let's measure distortion and stuff. X scale, log, Y scale, dB relative. Okay. And let's do 8192 FFT points. Oh god, this is running so slow. This is not a fast computer. So the red channel is looking okay, 0.02% THD. Looking pretty fine. Blue channel's got really high noise levels. Let's see how that performs with the signal connected. Oh, is that the fucked up one? No. Let's just feed both channels and see if they perform identically. Will they perform identically on the microphone? Setting, display, font size, 100% please. Yeah, they're performing identically on the microphone input, and they're performing quite well as well. They're not doing super poorly. So the microphone input seems to work. One channel seems to clip way before the other one though. But yeah, they seem to be working okay. Yeah, minus 2 dBFS, that's roughly where these tend to start messing up. So the microphone input works fine. That means we've got good power supply for both op amps. I'm quite sure. Let's confirm that. Let's stop all this heavy data crunching lest our CPU overheat. Let's measure the power supply, which would be which pins? Pins 8 and 4. Yeah, you're just gonna have to take my word on this stuff. minus 15 volts. This guy's got... Oh god, this is almost impossible to measure without shorting everything out. How the hell is this supposed to work? Yeah, both we've got 15 volts, plus minus 7.5. No, plus minus. Yeah, that's plus minus 7.5. So good supply on both op amps. And the signal's coming through on the microphone input. So, that is odd. We have an issue in the signal chain to the line input op amp. So let's go back to line input. Okay. You know what? I'm getting an evil idea in my mind. Because since the way you select the microphone and line input, the difference between them is one op amp is unity gain, the other one has more gain to gain up your microphone. I want this as a line device because I want to be measuring amplifiers with it, or use it as a spectrum analyzer. So if the microphone input is working fine, I could just turn that one into a unity gain buffer as well, and it would be identical to the line input. But just getting rid of a resistor and shorting it out basically. I could do that. And that would make this card a lot more usable to me. Let's see how it behaves if we turn... Weirdly though, like, now it's in line input mode and both channels are working pretty much identically at a very low signal level. Let's just turn it up a bit and see what happens. We have like super low input level now. We're at like 50 millivolts. Let's do 100 millivolts input. God, this computer's slow. God, this computer's slow. Jesus. 200 millivolts. Both channels seem... Oh no, there we go. I know, they're both performing quite identically. What's this? What's going on? Why isn't one channel entirely fucked now? Oh, it's still microphone mode? What's going on? Something's going weird. Nope, we'll listen to the line input. Let's do 48 kilohertz just to make the Windows mixer happy. Now we're seeing super mega lots of distortion on both channels actually. And they're, oh wow, yeah, they're loading down the input stupidly high. Yeah, we've got 0.8% THD plus noise on both channels. And I'm driving the signal generator really hard and, and trying to push over 3 volts out, and we're getting like almost 1 volt out. Just because the card is loading down the 600 ohm 8-bit impedance so hard. That's causing distortion everywhere. Yeah. So it's still fucked. It's still fucked. On one of the channels. Is that one still okay? Yeah, one channel's okay. Good enough anyway. Ah, this is annoying. I was hoping they're just gonna be the caps. But then again, we don't know how well our ceramic is performing, but yeah, we've got THD 297%. That's not good. 400%. Oh, I'm getting tired. Not really sure where to go from here. We do know that it's an issue with a signal chain anyway. Power supply is fine. And we know that it is not, it's after the relay. It's between the relay and the op-amp somewhere. Somewhere between the relay and the op-amp there's an issue. Let's take the card out and have a bit of a more look. Is there any kind of protection device on the inputs? Likely, there's a bunch of transistors, which someone pointed out. But the protection would likely be right on the input, instead of like the input's there, and it goes through one of these relays before it's going to our input op amps. So there's something between the relays and the op amps that's causing issues. So let's do some research. Let's see. Let's use the rod mouse. So one of these relays should be going right over to these op amps. And yeah, we've got some tracers going there. Yeah, we've got two going. So the line level stuff is going to be the unit gain buffer, which is on the right side of everything. So there's that. I think we're looking at the tracers furthest down there, towards the op amps, like my probes. Let's see. So the two middle pins should be our inputs. There. Oh, that goes to. I would wager that goes to there. But it does not. I might do something wrong. Oh god, now the stream is looking all broken. I want to be measuring the positive input, not the inverting input. So that would be there. Where does that go? I would wager that goes to a relay. Yeah, so that's our input. So, what's the resistance from there? To ground? 40k. That's gonna be for the other channel. We've got 40k. There's no obvious issue there at all. It doesn't really seem to be anything. Around here. Well, thanks to our new giant caps, we can't even see anything properly. Stream health yellow. That's not good. Use an audio probe on the op-amp outputs. Yeah, it's annoying since you have to do that in the PC and it's awful to access. If I had a better microscope, I would actually be able to see properly what's going on here. I'm kind of tempted to just take the op-amps off. Let's see if there's anything going on underneath them. But it's weird because it's like the op-amps are trying to compensate away the signal, like the output would be shorted to the positive input of the op-amp. That's almost how it's behaving, since we don't have a low impedance on the actual op-amp, but we're seeing a low impedance when the device is actually active. Show us the input diode / transistor thingies. There's very little point in that, since they are before the relay, and we know that the issue is after relay. What are these things? $50k. 50k. Okay. Okay. That's a bunch of shit. That would not likely get activated only with relays in there. Ah, this is annoying. Well, does this go? Did you go somewhere? Can you be shorted? You go to that via. Are you supposed to go to that via? There's no equivalent via over there. Is that right? Now I want to take that op-amp off and see what's going on underneath. And now we're probably going to melt the rest of those caps. There aren't any left in that area of the board though, so we're good. Don't forget to preheat the board. Oh, there goes the cap. Goodbye. Well, that revealed nothing. Give it to Jason. Yes. I wish I had a Jason, but I can't afford a Jason. That does not look fucked. Yeah, we can see that these pins are supposed to be shorted together. Can we get, like, more exposure on this? Exposure. Manual. Better. No, come on. Which pin is which? NB seems to run off to that via, yeah? It's supposed to go there. Where else is it supposed to go? I'm kind of tempted to swap places on the op amps and see if the issue goes away. But I think that would be futile. Fluxy. Oh, how annoying. What are you? Are you shorted? Random capacitor. No, not shorted. Oh, this looks fine anyway. I don't think there's going to be any issue underneath this thing. Let's just put it back and check the other one. Oh god, that's sticky. Okay, I'm going to be holding that while I solder it. I am going to be holding that. What's that? Well, that could just be flux residue, but let's see. Yeah, just flux residue. This is dirty. Rather dirty. Let's clean it up a bit by adding more goo. Turn on emitting voltages. That's not very easy, sadly. Although it could actually be. Perhaps it turns on the voltage regs if you just put power on the floppy power connector, because we do have like that thing there which powers everything. So perhaps we'll try just putting a voltage over there and measuring. But I don't think we're going to have a power supply issue since well, ouch, just stabbed myself. Since the microphone input's working fine and that's getting through the same op amps. That's looking pretty fine to me. That's looking pretty fine to me. Oh, that's just making a giant mess, isn't it? More hairs. Lovely. Oh, that's a giant mess. That's a giant mess. Still no obvious shorts. Where's those test pads go? It obviously goes to that resistor. Yeah. It goes there. And does it go there? No. It goes there. Yes. It also goes there. Is that right? Is this supposed to go there? Seems so. Because that also goes there. These jumpers are fine. Are you shorted? Are you shorted? No. This board's having me quite stumped. I'm really starting to run out of ideas as to where to go. There's some kind of weird, either AC coupled short or something is caused one of these op amps to try and compensate a wave input signal. It's trying to keep a ground 0 volts. as if it was that was a major issue, and with the feedback as if the feedback was shorted to ground or something. It's just a unity gain buffer. There isn't much of a feedback even going on. What comes in comes out. I just have a minus input connected straight, literally straight to the output. There's no room for anything to go wrong. No room. That trace doesn't go anywhere. That's fine. You should not be shorted. Oh. Just replace the op amps. Well, that's the thing. These op amps have already been replaced. They're trying to fix this issue. These are not the original op amps. These are not the original op amps. There's a possibility that we're not even looking at the right circuit, but yeah, we had an obvious issue here. I would be surprised if it wasn't. What else do we have on this board? How annoying. Random shit. $78.05. That's where the magic happens. That's a great chip. I'm honestly getting ready to call it for the night. We could just... Let's do one final thing. Swap places on the op amp, see if the issue moves with the op amps, in case, just in case, there's something weird going on. Because we need to consider that this op amp has been... One of these has been subjected to fault condition. And you know, it was a short which, I don't remember where it was, but it could have been between like an input and a pacer bar rail, which could potentially cause like failure of an ESD diode or something. Oh no. Oh yeah. I'll just hand solder that. Clean pads, no solder there for the hot air to make use of. Come on. Be a good op amp. Well, that's good enough. That's aligned good enough. Please check the solder joint on that cap below the bottom left hand corner of the right op amp. Yeah, someone said I checked that. It is all dodgy because the caps are... Oh, fuck. Ah, there goes my alignment. Fingers. That's great. Yes. Sit there. Get tacked. Do we even need more solder than this? Give me exposure. Do we need more solder? Nah. There we go. Well, that's stuck down there. Oh yeah, we need... Well, let's just try... Like, since we've got the card apart, let's just try and narrow it down and pair it on with just this one op amp and see which channel is actually having the issue. Because I'm just kind of randomly troubleshooting both of these. I have no idea which one's having the problem. In fact, I haven't even verified that these are the input op amps. I'm just going by what I remember from trying to fix this thing many years ago. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, that has to be redone. That has to be redone. I'm not happy with that. That did not go better. Oh, fucking hell. This is excellent. This is going well. I'm doing good work. You go there. You go there. That's excellent quality, but that one didn't even get soldered. Fuck this. This is not going well. I'm getting tired. Okay, so let's just do the one op amp. Let's do the one op amp and see what that lends us. See if it makes everything work. Oh. Had a cap on that. To pull one positive thing out of this though, this streaming setup's working excellent. We haven't had a single technical hiccup on that thus far. Knock on wood. Go up in smoke. Subwoofer? What? won't kill me. Let's see which one is going to be the non-working part. So, there's signal. What? I'll plug that in and let's see, this is going to give a signal. Yeah. The other one's still shorting out. That one's still working just fine. No issues. On the LCD monitor you can barely see. Let's just fix that. Fat lines. Oh, fuck's sake. Fat lines. Let's save that so it remembers it. So that channel's working fine. That's obviously the one with the op amp. But if I plug into the other one, it just... We're obviously getting no signal, just a bit of crosstalk. But it's still shorting out. Still shorting out. The spectrum analyzer is just a spectrum analyzer. The voltage on the signal generator just drops. So there is an AC coupled fucking short on this board. That's all. There's a fucking AC coupled short. Why the hell can't I find it? It's obvious. It's fucking obvious. There's an AC coupled short. Where the hell is there an AC coupled short? I should just hook this fucking thing to a big ass power amplifier, feed it a kilohertz at 10 amps and see what goes up in smoke. You know what, that's actually a relatively decent troubleshooting method for this. But it would pull so much current through the AC coupling cap that it would fuck everything. It would fuck everything. Ugh. We can't measure the fucking AC voltage because it's getting shorted. Let's just measure resistance while the thing is running. Well, let's just measure DC voltage actually. We've got 2.2 volts DC at the output of the op amp. Is the input pin shorted to ground? No. Can we get signal if we poke around there? try to get a signal by just poking on the output of the op amp, but I'm getting nothing. Oh yeah, we'll get it something. Weirdly, on the non-unity gain side of things, is that they're using the non-unity gain buffer for the line input? Yeah. That seems to be the case. Okay. Weird. And this board is running hot. Stupidly hot. I think I'm gonna give up for tonight. Ugh. Brain starts to shut off. Everyone's leaving. It's... this is insanely annoying. Die, computer. I don't care about Windows on that thing. Where the hell is this short? Where the hell is this short? We know that it's the right op amp. So that's... I remove that and... now we've only got the working channel. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Where's my fucking shorts? I want my fucking shorts. If I had a schematic for this thing, this would be over so quickly, but we don't. Is the input AC coupled before the relay or after? I want to know. Let's see, we're feeding signal into one of these pins, so we should see the voltage, which you're not going to see because I don't have a camera set up for it, but I'll tell you. I'll let you know. We should be seeing like 500 millivolts. And there's 500 millivolts on there. And that connects to that pin one. Oh, right now. Okay, so we've actually got an AC voltage going through the relay. So the default state is line input. And yeah, that goes straight to the bad op amp. I know what the weird fucking part is. You know what the weird fucking part is? The card's off. And now we're getting a good signal. Now there's no short. There's no short now. When the card's powered off. What? So what happens if we just put power on this thing and no PCIe? What happens if we put power in this thing? We'll just take a floppy connector, put it in there, and turn this thing on. Let's see what happens to the signal. We don't need a hard drive. And the signal's fine. The signal's fine. Maybe line isn't going to this op amp after all. Yes it is, it's connected straight to it. It's connected straight to it. I'm kind of assuming the card doesn't even power on the... Oh yeah, it is powering on the voltage reg. There's heat coming from here. Why the fuck is our input signal not shorted now? Why is our input signal not shorted? Am I on the wrong channel? Am I doing something stupid? No. Why? What's going on? Oh dear. What's going on? Why would having this card powered on with PCIe cause it to short out the input signal while having it connected up with no PCIe makes it just fine? It's not like it's gonna be turning off any part of the analog circuitry. That would just be pointless. Oh, the relay is off. No, when the relay is off, it's in line in mode. Like we had a clean signal going to the op amp. In fact, let's just double verify that. And let's beep it. I'm quite sure if we beep this, it's gonna beep straight to the op amp. Let's do it. Yeah, it beeps straight from the input to the op amp. It's going right in there, nothing in between, 0.4 ohms. Is the signal level the same? Well, the difference is that when the card is not working, the signal level is 0, because it's a dead short. What? Well, no, the op amp's fine, because it works fine on this channel. If I had a fucking schematic for this thing. This is so confusing. This is so confusing. Why would it not be shorting out now? Unless let's see. Let's put a signal in it. I think it's the red one that's fucking up. So let's just put this in the computer, turn it on. Is this going to cause the signal to just go away? Yeah. No relay tick, no nothing, but now the signal's just gone. So it must be shorting into some PCIe derived power supply or something. That's just high impedance when the car's just sitting. So what we could do then is try and see if we're getting our half volt audio signal out on any of the PCIe pins. Let's see. Let's see if we've got 500 millivolts AC coming out of one of our PCIe pins. That would be hilarious. And we've got, let's see, ground. Nothing on that side. Nothing obvious, but we're getting some kind of signal coming out there, so let's just put a shitload of voltage in there and see if it increases. No, that's just picking up like mains hum. Ah, what a shame. That would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious. Nope. Oh, fuck, it's 1 in the morning already, oh god. Oh, that's awful. Where's my lots of volts AC going? We're getting something on these caps. I don't know. It's bedtime. Yes, I agree. I'm just going to quit this stream. We tried. I tried, but I'm not going to figure this out tonight. I need to go to bed. So thanks everyone for watching. Sorry we didn't get any resolve on this, but at least we'll figure out that my shitty streaming rig works. Hooray. What a shame, what a shame. But good night. Enjoy yourselves.